and like they do training for like beginners like me, and she was like feeling like she really could relate to me, which was really cool, and I love that about her. And so she and I were kind of like talking about, do I have people that support me and like all that kind of jazz. And I was telling her that like I have like some people that support me. I have a couple people that are thinking that they want to go with me on my very long voyage that I'm planning on going on eventually. And so she was like giving me tips and tricks, and also giving me a warning too about there being like creepy captains out there that try to like look for people who are young and just want to like go onto the boat and like learn, but then they end up taking offshore and kind of being a little sketch. So she was kind of giving me a heads up about that if I'm gonna be like going on boats and like learning and stuff. So that was kind of like a good thing, and so that kind of like made me feel a little bit more comfortable. So then I was able to be like, oh yeah, okay. And so then that made me be able to gauge that like, yeah, she's kind of like looking out for my best interest and trying to keep me safe and whatnot. So that was good. And so she also was talking about like, what's your long-term goal? And I was like, I mean, I'm planning on maybe doing like a social media thing where like I have a YouTube and I just kind of like make money off that. And she kind of said to me, she's like, that is going to be very difficult. And I said, yes, it is going to be. So yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to keep you guys in the loop, and like also kind of keep you guys like entertained as well, to be like, oh, that's what that's kind of like, this is how it's beginning, this is how it's starting, this is how you approach it, kind of thing. And so she also gave me a couple other places to like kind of look into to just kind of get like the certifications that you need and stuff. And I'm still like kind of debating about those. I mean, yes, they're important and all, but like I'm still debating them, like which one's the best, if I need it, if it's like actually something I want to do. Because I mean, if I'm going to be transporting like a normal everyday person, then I'm definitely going to need a certification. But if it's just going to be my crew and me kind of like going on adventures, maybe I won't need that. But that's all questions that I need to ask the captain and be like, so if I'm going on a one-way voyage and like I may have people kind of join me here and there, is that gonna be like something that I have to have? And he probably will say yes. And also like insurance on the boat is like super important too, because like boat repairs is like a thing especially when you're going across oceans. So that's very important, and I'll kind of like gauge like how much everything's gonna be, what do I need to do, and like, is this just gonna be like a summertime thing or a wintertime thing? I'm kind of leaning a little bit more towards like it being a wintertime thing, because I like, when it's summertime, I like to be out and doing stuff versus like probably sailing. But yeah, I'm also still trying to gauge everything. So, but I wanted to give you like an exciting update on being like, yeah, so like I'm gonna be going sailing next month, and I'm going to be kind of like taking pictures for them, doing some like sailing stuff for them as well. And like, yeah, super exciting stuff. And yeah, couple other things that I might want to check in on is, currently my mood is doing better and I'm feeling hopeful about it and feeling like this is still a good idea. And I know my last video was kind of like, I'm a little like hesitant, and it is a big like change and I'm a little scared. So that is like realistic feelings. I don't want to sugarcoat it for you guys. Like, it is a big decision to like have to sit here and be like moving your whole life out onto a boat. Like, we're all used to living on land, but I've been doing lots of reflecting and seeing how long possibly I actually have been meaning to live on a boat and wanting to live on a boat, and it's actually been there for a long time. And I wanted to be a mermaid when I was a kid, which, I mean, probably isn't really boat related, but like it is sea related. And some of my favorite movies were even like ocean based stuff. So the sea has been calling me for a bit, and I haven't really listened until like now. And the fact that I was able to like talk with somebody and then be able to be like, yeah, social media is like possibly where I want to like make my money from, and then have Sunny come back around in an email and saying, yeah, we'll let you come onto the voyage, and like we're gonna like let you just kind of be our social media person because we need to do like more social media stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's great, because like I've done social media and managing before, so like that's awesome. And I did it for my first job, I did it a little bit for my second job, and then I post about like job stuff a lot, so I already got like the qualifications of doing it. It's just kind of like building up what videos I probably would be sharing with them. I mean, I'm totally into like landscapes and stuff, so like taking plenty of the pictures of like what's going on, and like using my phone or using even like my camera that like is more professional, just as like up my alley. Like I'm ready to do that kind of stuff. And the fact that I just kind of like mentioned this and now they're coming back around, I'm just like super excited. So it just kind of feels like everything's starting to fall into place and it's actually doable and things are happening. So yeah, it feels good. So just kind of like, if my best advice, if you want to go down like this journey, just kind of like do some research as much as you can. I don't know if you want to be a captain or if you want to be like a mate or like whatever, but like definitely be careful because there is sketch people out there for sure. And I mean, everyone knows that, but like just, yeah, it can get scary. And just like keep your guard up, because you never know who is going to be sketch, and you need to have the people that'll show you like you are safe. And Sunny definitely did. And she also was saying to me, since I am a trans man, she didn't really address that I was a trans man, I didn't really bring it up too much, but she was kind of like saying, since you got like women parts, you're gonna be sleeping in a separate space than all the men. And I was like, that makes me feel comfortable. So like I knew that right off the bat. That's kind of like how we started the conversation, that I would be safe. And I mean, yeah, the first mate is a woman, so there, she was saying that like there was only so far 2 women on the voyage, so there's that. And I just need to message her back and kind of like gauge what kind of stuff she wants to see and like what she wants to like kind of have me posting and doing for her, because like I'm very versatile. I just need to know what the script is to be able to do it. But like some people don't always want to show you the script, they just want to see what you've done. And unfortunately, seeing the stuff that like people have done don't always define them, so that can be like really tough sometimes, where you're like, I want to do this and that, but I've been doing this for a really long time, but like I want to do this instead. So my best advice would be, if you want to do something else, just kind of like go out and do it for yourself at least, and then show them that you can do it, and like show them the good work, because when you have a passion about something, you're probably going to be a lot more better at something than somebody else who's just kind of like had the education and is just kind of like flip-floppy about it. So follow your passions, guys. Stay positive, stay happy, and thank you for watching my little update. Super excited. I'll be giving you another update, and I'll let you know the exact dates when I'm going sailing. I'll probably have that to you next week, and yeah, super excited. Yeah. So if you want to see what I'm doing every day, follow my Snapchat. That's Lincoln Park 8. I might be changing it to Skylar Love again soon, because of the fact that like I'm changing all of my socials to Skylar Love. So on Instagram, my handle is ask_believe_receive, but you probably can also find me just by searching Skylar Love, and that's spelled SCHUYLER and love. So, and then on TikTok, you'll also find me as Skylar Love, and then I hope you guys subscribe to my YouTube so you can follow my journey and see what the heck I'm doing, and like kind of gauging like how I'm going about things and what's going on and like all the excitement. So, and all the downfalls too, because like I'm not gonna sugarcoat stuff for you guys. Like, you gotta know like all the ins and outs of this. Like, if you want to go for something like this big, you gotta know where it begins. And I could tell this was a beginning of a journey, and I wanted to document it for you guys because there's nothing out there like this, and I want you guys to like see it. So yeah, and if you also want to like hear about who I am and where I came from, the Walking Podcast on Spotify, it's on there, and it's still in kind of like the grim phases a little bit because I am going over my past still, which is okay. I'm about to do an AMSR, so that one's gonna be a little bit more chill. I'm kind of keeping the flow of like doing a heavy one and then doing a soft chill ASMR afterwards, so that way like you can have a break between each of them, because my past is a bit rough. So yeah, hearing it and living through it is a bit tough, but each time I post it, it's usually a big release for me. So if you guys listen to it and you're like, oh, this person's just bashing on these people, no, it's just me talking about what happened and kind of processing it. I might do like some additional reflections later on, but all the ones that I've already posted, I feel are not holding me back anymore. So I just wanted to clarify that for you guys, because I was starting to get like some vibes from even just like me just randomly overthinking things, because I'm an overthinker sometimes. Just saying, being like, yeah, this is like this and that and the other thing, and I was kind of feeling like I was starting to like bash some of them, and I was like, that's not really the vibe I'm going for. I'm just trying to give out the facts and tell about like this is what actually happened. And yeah, it was really shitty, but like I'm still here, so you guys can do it. And if you're going through shitty stuff similar to mine or even more shitty, just know that like you have the ability at some point in the future to change it and make your life the way you want it to be. And you can break free from the uncomfortableness of that you're living through. Just remember, pain is temporary and it doesn't last forever. And my pain might have lasted up till like I was 25 or even 24 or 23 or somewhere in there. But I'm finally getting free, and I'm going to be doing what I find to be the best thing and the most scariest. And I've kind of come to a point of like, I've gone through a lot in my life, and I've come to a point of like, living on land is just not where I want to be anymore. Like, I want to be out on the ocean. I want to see all of like those fancy big vast pictures that are like on Bing or something. So just want to touch base on that. So if you guys want to subscribe to all of those things that I mentioned earlier and like follow me on my journey, that would be super awesome, because any support is lovely, and I want to help everybody and anybody to kind of achieve dreams if they have similar to mine. And eventually I will be looking for a crew, and my crew will be awesome and strong, and they will be super helpful too. So yeah, I know that they will be, because that's the crew I want. And I'll be the captain, and that's what I'm excited about, being a captain someday. And it might take a couple years, and that's totally fine, but I'll get there, and I can learn plenty when I'm out on sea, because I'll have nothing but time, and that's great, because then I can sit there and paint, and I can sit there and enjoy the sceneries, taking pictures. And painting and pictures is probably the things that I enjoy the most. Yes, I've done a lot of art in my life too. Like, I've done stained glass, I've done wood burning, I've done literally any type of art that you can think of. I've done ceramics, I've done like comics, I've done literally everything, and poetry as well. So like, that also puts in another thing. I want to be a singer as well. So like, singing, painting, probably poetry with the paint and with the singing, because what is music? It's poetry. So singing with the poetry, and then the painting and photography, and then sailing. That's pretty much me. That's who I am now, and I'm pretty confident in it. It feels good to finally have found my mediums that makes me the most feeling at home. So I encourage you guys to do the same. It'll take a bit. It took me a while to figure out which one was mine. And I'm very good at like construction and like redesigning rooms. So like I got an interior designs brain, but I've never gone to school for interior design, which is totally fine. I don't need to. If anything, it would be like a little side gig. But yeah. Love you guys. I hope anything and everything I'm saying can help you out, or like if you have a big goal in mind, keep you moving forward, and just remember pain is temporary. And if you have anything that's holding you back, just remember also as well that attachments lead to suffering. So if you feel trapped in a situation and you're surrounded by things that you don't want anymore, try doing a yard sale. Try to sell them. Try to give them away. Give them to the Navy or something, or Army Navy store or something. You can do it. Free yourself. You can do it. I believe in you. You got this. Bye, guys.